kind of what I got coming up. I'll kind of give you a explainer. So this Saturday, I've got a video for Forrest Gump series of builds, right? So the idea behind the video is, what if Lego were to make Forrest Gump into a full-fledged theme, right? One second, I'm sorry. So what if Lego were to make Forrest Gump into a full-fledged theme? And whenever Lego puts out a theme, a wave, there's different price points, different part counts, all sorts of stuff like that. Different, let me make sure, yeah, it seems to be working. Different everything, different price points, some play features. So I put together 7 builds inspired by Forrest Gump. There's, I'll wait until the video comes out. I just made a post about it. So you should be able to see a couple of them, but there's like the boat, the Jenny boat, the park bench would be like the poly bag, like $5. Jenny boat, I think I had that one priced. It's not for sale. The instructions are up on Patreon, but the kit itself is not for sale, like the physical pieces. And then that one's like, I think 80 or something is kind of how I thought that Lego might price it. And then the Forrest Gump like family home, that one was around $150. Just based on the amount of parts in it. That one I think had like maybe 1,400 pieces. It's pretty big. So that's kind of the idea there, and I liked that idea, so I wanted to do a couple different things like that. I was kind of thinking to myself, what other films would make for good Lego waves or Lego sets, right? And immediately I build a lot of cars. So, and Lego already makes a couple, kind of, in the Speed Champions line, but I thought Fast and Furious, right? That would be a really good option for that sort of thing. And these are not just the car or something, it's going to be more, right? So I'll kind of show you kind of what I've got, what I'm going to be building today. I've got 2 parts in them, 2 different cars. This one is Leon's R33 Skyline. And then this is something else. See if you can guess what it is. Give you a kind of a hint. It's a... One second, I'm sorry. All right, sorry. Just having a little bit of technical issues. I am looking into getting the internet situation fixed today. So I got to make some calls. Got up again at about 5 a.m. It's usually when I've been waking up. The internet provider is not really open at that early, so I'm going to call them in a little bit. But I was looking at some internet plans just to make the streaming a little bit more fluid. I know right now it's not great, so I want to get that resolved. Hopefully today would be awesome. That would be the goal. So. Leon Skyline, and then this is a black something. It's a car that's black. You can let me know. But this one I'm going to build first. So let me pull up the instructions. I'm going to turn off my main camera, and I'm just going to build. I figured too, I know I've been doing a lot of live builds, but y'all seem to like the live building streams, and I have to build a lot of stuff for the YouTube channel. I figured, why not stream it? So y'all seem to enjoy it. I'm going to turn off this main camera and just show the build, and I'll get that started. One second, let me open up I have the instructions. I make instructions for everything whenever I design stuff, because I primarily design in Bricklink Studio, stud.io, and then I'll take that and then make the instructions and then build it for myself after I've designed it in Studio. So again, instructions for these are not up yet, but they'll go up on the Patreon probably next week, and then they'll go up on Rebrickable too, maybe the week after that, but they're going to be cheaper on Patreon. Let me read some of those comments. Hey, what my profile chance? 1 second, please. Hey, Zane, how you doing? Hey, Scared German. It's the GNX. It's not the GNX. Because these are from, I didn't mention that earlier, these are from Fast and Furious 1. The GNX is, I don't know, which one is that? I feel like it's maybe 4 or 7, maybe? It's later. these are from Fast and Furious 1. So an all-black car from Fast and Furious 1. That's your hint. I don't feel like it's that tough. If you know that it's from the first Fast and Furious movie, and you know that it's an all-black car, I think you could probably figure out what it's supposed to be. And in the movie, there's 3 of them, too. I did not build 3 of them. That would be super boring. To build 3 of the exact same car. So, this is one of them. And then I have some poorly made minifigs as well. Well, I don't want to tell you who that is, but this is my Leon. He's portrayed by Chris Pratt. Because I don't have a lot of like skin tone minifigs. So, but that's my Leon for right now. Maybe I'll find some better parts for him. All right. So let's get to building. And this one I actually took apart this morning. I had it built, but I took it apart for this build so I could rebuild it because I want to film building it anyway. But I did like a little test build. This one I've already built a Skyline. I made some changes to it. I have not done a test build on it yet, so hopefully it turns out well. We'll find out as I go. It might be. Scared German, it just might be. Thank you everybody for being here today. And last night, I know last night was a very late night stream, so thanks folks for showing up. Pretty cool. I feel like we're starting to get a nice little group of folks. I already see an issue with the instructions I'm going to need to fix. So that is part of why I like to build everything physically instead of just building it digitally. Is I want to be able to make sure other people can build it. A lot of times when you just design stuff digitally, it doesn't actually work out physically. In this case, the instructions are flipped upside down. Y'all can't see it because I don't have the instructions shared on the screen or anything like that, but the instructions are flipped upside down of what they should be. So I'm glad that I'm doing a test build. I listened to it a little bit, Scared German. It wasn't my thing. Wasn't my sort of music. Cool though. That's why there's different music. Some people like some stuff. Some people don't, and I didn't. It was one of my style. Like I said before, in a couple times, I play guitar, so I like songs with a lot of guitar in them. Riffs, like riffs. One second, let me shrink this down. How's everybody doing this morning? I know it's early. I'm surprised there's anybody here. What are y'all doing, man? You gotta go outside, have some fun. Probably not the best thing to do is tell y'all to go somewhere else. You can stay here, watch the stream, comment, like it, share it to your friends. but yeah, what I missed a piece. Oh no, I did. Okay, let me grab it. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing up so early? You're watching this Lego stream. Hey, Clever Pig, you work from home? I'm glad you're here, dude. I haven't seen you. It's been a week or two. I saw another your video, the Suki thing. I like your sense of humor. Very dry. extremely dry. No moisture detected in your sense of humor. I'm glad you're here though, Clever Pig. What the hell? And I bet y'all can't tell what scale this is either. I bet that's a huge mystery. No way it's going to be a 6-stud wide car. No way. That would be absurd. In the flea markets, excuse the music, makes me want to buy a Volkswagen Bug and crash it at 60 miles per hour into another car. That doesn't sound like a good idea at all. That sounds like a horrible idea. Don't do that. That's not that. That wasn't the. That's not what I got from that music. What do you do for work, Clever Pig? I work from home also. Right now I've been doing a lot of Lego stuff, but I work from home. Been working from home for the last like 5-6 years doing marketing stuff for the most part. Online computer stuff. Computer things. Thanks, man. Also, P.S. I think you might have 2 sources picking up your voice. Maybe 2 mics active. I probably do. Give me 1 second. Thank you for letting me know. Is that better? Testing. 1, 2, 3. I'll build this for a second and see if that works out any better. 1 second. Sorry, I'm watching the stream just to see if it picked up. Testing. 1, 2, 3. I think it is. Cool. Thanks for letting me know. You work at the flea market. Very cool. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. This too. Use different colors on this. Try to use the cheapest colors according to at least according to stud.io when I'm designing stuff. Try to use the cheapest color option on there just so so when somebody does go to build this, they can save a couple bucks rather than using all the expensive pieces. Like if it's a color or a part that's going to be buried and you're not going to see it anyway once the whole thing's put together, I'll have the cheapest color as an option. That way people can use whatever parts they want. That's why they'll be like green. Obviously it's a yellow car, so the only thing that's missing from this is decals. I don't have any decals for it, so it's a bit of a bummer. I have a lot of other Fast and Furious cars that I've already got built that I have decals for, but I don't know if I'll be able to get decals made for this in time, which is kind of a bummer. I'd like to have them made for it. Might have to reach out to some of my contacts, but I know that they're pretty busy, and I don't want to put something on them so suddenly. Low pressure sort of fella, you know. There are. This one's not the most complicated build in the world, but the Civic, cool connections. Some I'll point them out when I built. Oh, I told you what it was. It's the Civic. It's the black Civic that they drive in the truck heist stuff. But I didn't mean to spoil it. I spoiled it for you. So you were right. But And it also has some clever building techniques in that one. This one's pretty straightforward. Nothing too crazy going on here. I think I'm going to actually do... Yeah, I'm going to change up some of the... This is why I test build everything. Change up a little bit of the structure in here. This is why you test build. This is why you test build. Shuba da da bow, shuba hey. That's what people come here for, is me singing 90s dance songs. Following Clever Pig. Hey, Rally Driver, thanks for being here. Formania, thanks for being here. Hope we're having an amazing stream this morning. So far, it's been pretty good. It's been amazing. Looks like Don going to die. Don't say that. No, not my boy Don. I'm gonna jinx it. Rally Driver, yes. OMG, a Nissan Skyline. And I've done another. Also, I'll show you in 1 second. Let me get a little bit further into this and I'll show you. So I made Brian's Skyline already. I'll grab it. Let me put these kind of pieces in place and I'll grab it so you can see them. Show you kind of what they look like side by side, because they are the same. It's an R33 and an R34. And they're different cars. Apparently Leon's, I looked up. Oh no. I looked it up online. And Leon's Skyline apparently got crushed at some point because it's illegal to have a Skyline. It's kind of part of what makes them so cool, but his car ended up getting like crushed or something. I think like the prop designer or whoever was in charge of the cars sold it after they made the first movie. He sold it in like Idaho or Wisconsin or something like that, and ended up getting in trouble for it. So they ended up having to like crush the car. But sometimes they'll reuse, like, so this is the Brian Skyline. It's very similar to this, kind of. There's some differences, like the tail end, the hood, the side's very similar, but most of the rest of it is the same. But sometimes they'll reuse like the same car from film to film, like the Mitsubishi Eclipse. I think the Eclipse from 1, and then that ended up being Roman's Eclipse in number 2. I think those were the same cars. They have like other film cars and stuff. Like they'll have multiples of the same car for the movies, but that one, I think that they used the same car. And then the Lancer, the Mitsubishi Lancer from Fast and Furious. Let's see what's going on here. The Lancer from number 2 and number 3. Right? Am I mixing those up? Yeah, Brian's Lancer in 2 and then Sean's Lancer in 3 are the same cars. Let me read some comments. Eli, thanks for being here. How am I doing today? I'm doing good. Love your 6 wide Brian Skyline. Thank you, Clever Pig. How about you, Eli? You doing well? It's a staple of the car community. That's true. I thought that the Fast and Furious movies were filmed in California. Yeah, I think they're filmed in California. I'm sure that they film them kind of all over the place now, but I think they're filmed in California, but he went to sell it. It was somewhere in the Midwest. I can't remember, like Ohio or something like that. So I was reading about it the other night. But wherever it was illegal to sell the Skyline or something along those lines. He ended up getting in some trouble. Just a little bit of, good trouble. All right. Thanks, Clever Pig, about the Brian Skyline. I think it looks really good too. I managed to get rid of the all the studs. The Lego, like the official one, has a bajillion and one stud showing. So that was one of my goals when I made the mock, was to make some of those studs less visible. Not that I mean, it's Lego, so I'm not opposed to having some visible studs every once in a while. That's fine. But the I think everybody, for the most part, can agree that the official release of the Skyline is like, it's a bit much with the studs. It's a bit much. That's all. It's a little stud crazy. How does this? Oh, I see what I did. This is why we test build, because I make mistakes if I just do it in Studio, stud.io. But I'll make note of, I'm kind of keeping up with the issues that I'm running into, and I'll fix those whenever I actually make publish the instructions. You're well. Thanks, Eli. I'm glad you're doing well. Glad you're doing well. What are you what you building? Here, I'm gonna do this. I just discovered I could do polls on here. I already know what the answer is going to be to this. There you go. Which is cooler, Brian's R34 or Leon's R33? I wonder what y'all are going to say. Oh, I remember Paul Kettle got crushed in Too Fast, Too Furious. I like that movie. Just saw a Saline Mustang. Awesome. I quite like the odd visible studs, but too many make it look strange. I agree. I don't mind like on this, right? This has some studs here or whatever. That's fine. That doesn't bother me. But like the Skyline is like, I can't remember the exact count, but there's like 18 studs or something like that on the front. It's ridiculous. Been keeping my eyes peeled for the Skyline on a decent discount. I've seen it on sale quite a few times, I think. I picked up 2, maybe 3 of them. Because I did the shrunk down version, so I wanted to have a copy of it for the stickers, because this does use, it uses some of the same building techniques. Most of it's different, but obviously like the mud guards are from that set, and then like the stickers and stuff, just cut them down sometimes. But I've seen it on sale a couple times. I feel like I picked them up for at least one of them for like 15 bucks or something. And I will also warn you, there are 2 parts that I'm going to have to order for this that I don't have right now for the Skyline. So we'll see. I might be able to rework it and use some more common versions, but there's 2 parts that I don't currently have. I'll have to pick up. But that's all right. That's what happens, you know. In general, I prefer the R33 Skyline. It's one of my all-time favorite cars, but Brian's R34 is way too iconic. Yeah, I agree. It's a cool little reminder that it's Lego for me. I agree. Like I said, I don't mind the odd stud here and there. That doesn't bother me. But the R34 in particular So, I mean, it's a lot of studs. It's a lot. I think, is that fair to say? Do you agree with that? I feel like that's a little bit overboard as far as visible studs. And yeah, the R33. The R33 is cool, but I mean, it's kind of hard to beat Brian's R34. Who's the rebel that picked the R33 in the poll? Is that you, Clever Pig? I doubt it because of what you just said. But which one of y'all is the dissenter? The lone dissenter. There's way too many, especially on the bonnet. Yeah, on the bonnet. Where are you from, Eli? From overseas, over in Europe. Sounds like a European thing on the bonnet. I'm not making fun of you too hard. I'm really not. We just have different words. We just call it the hood over here. At least where I'm at, in the South, so we use the smaller words for everything. That's just kind of what we do. I am jealous of y'all's holidays, though. Y'all seem to get some good vacation time, man. No, I grabbed one of those. I don't know where it went. There we go. England, yeah. R34 is a Skyline I think of in my head. Yep. Yep, I think you're in the majority opinion there. I think most people, when they think of a Skyline, they're probably thinking of the R34. Brian specifically. It's just an iconic car. I do want to, I really would like to get some decals for this because he has some cool decals. The first movie has some silly decals in general. There's some silly decals on them cars. This is kind of very of its time. But Leon's, I guess most of them kind of have just like random kind of prints and stuff on them. It's kind of silly. Silly to look back at now. At the time, you're like, oh, that's so cool. But looking back at it, on it, some of it's a little goofy. No, I did that. I own it. Okay, Scared German. That's funny. That's pretty silly. Alright, so almost done with this. Early 2000 car culture is aged like milk. Yeah. This is, I mean, this is still iconic. Like this, even the paint scheme and everything, I think it still looks pretty good. Same as like, here, I've got a couple of these built. Same as like Edwin's Acura. This kind of look, I think that still holds up pretty well. Brian Supra does not. It's so goofy, like the guy, a lot of them have like the guy like flying or whatever, like the look a lot of them have, but yeah. Edwin's Acura still looks pretty good. This one still looks pretty good. The Eclipse and Tokyo Drift still looks pretty good. There's a couple that still hold up all right, but a lot of them do not. They 100% do not. Car culture is cooler than ever for me. I didn't live through it. I think it's because I didn't live through it. Yeah, it was something back in the day. Actually, I hated the Fast and Furious movies the first couple times. Well, not first couple times, but the first time I saw it, even 2. 2 is one of my favorite movies now, but the first time I saw Fast and Furious 2, I thought it was the corniest bunch of nonsense I had ever seen in my life. I did not like it one bit. Now it's like one of my favorite movies just because it's so goofy and so fun. It wasn't until a couple of years after it actually came out, but I watched Tokyo Drift. In the very end of it, you find out it's like it's a sequel. Well, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not a sequel. Yeah, it's a prequel. Sorry, it's a prequel to like the later ones because I think I saw 4 or 5. It was by the time 4 or 5 came out when I watched Tokyo Drift, and Han showed up. Or Han was in Tokyo Drift, but Han was also in like 4 and 5. And Dom showed up at the very end, and I was like, wait a second, this one takes place before the other ones? It's not very mind-blowing now, and I sound kind of dumb talking about it, I guess. But at the time, I was like, whoa, that's kind of cool. So I got into the movies and really started watching them after that. Then when I got back into Lego, started building cars. So it's kind of hard to be a car builder and not also be into Fast and Furious. But now it's really fun franchise. I don't think like they're the best movies or anything like that, but they're definitely fun. A lot of fun. Yeah, we're almost through. Then we'll move on to the Civic, and we'll end the stream. It's nice to have a stream that's not 3.5 hours long today. The last couple ones building that Lumi Bricks. Well, the antique store took a long time. So did the whatchamacallit, the what's the word I'm looking for? Do I actually need to? I need to redesign that just to keep that from closing. But the Lumi Bricks antique store and then the Lumi Bricks waterfall cabin, those streams have been like 8 or 9 hours long total because they're just such huge builds. It's nice to have a little bit shorter of a stream. Not that I don't like hanging out, but golly, being on camera for 4 or 5 hours, 2 or 3 hours at a time will drive me crazy. Eating panda cookies in Tokyo Drift. Yep. Tokyo Drift is by far my favorite Fast and Furious movie. Still watch it from time to time. 2 is my favorite because it's corny. I just love how cheesy it is. But 3 is actually a good movie. 1's an okay movie. 3 is a good movie. Still corny, but I think 3 is probably the best technical movie out of the series. It's probably why they gave that guy what's his name, James Hahn, the director. Why they kind of used him for so many other things after that. Because that one is actually legitimately a good film. Some of the other ones are okay too. They're not like bad, but you know. You watch Fast and Furious, you know. They're a little corny, a little cheesy. That's part of why we love them. All right, now for the moment of our truth. We're going to find out if it fits in there. I think he does. Oh wait, what did I do? I did something wrong. 7 has some really good moments in it. It's hard not to. 7 is an emotional movie. There's our Neon's R34. Oh, I see what I was saying to do. Okay. Well, that's not necessary. So I am going to need to change some of the directions just to make it a little bit more clear. There's the R34. What do you think? Kind of cool? Does it look right? Next to the, or sorry, the R33. Does it look right next to the R34? Does it look good? Very similar design. Hopefully you can see some of the differences though. And this is what I was talking about with the missing piece. This is going to be a sloped 1x1 sloped brick in yellow. It's only in a couple of sets, so I don't have any of those sets, so I'm going to have to grab them. But yeah. That's it. The Civic. Let me pull up the instructions for myself real quick. And like I said, this one I've already done a test build for, so I know it works out. So this is my very bad minifig for what's his face? Not Leon, but why can't I think of his name? What's the guy's name from Fast and Furious 1? The one, Vince. It's Vince. It's my bad minifig for Vince. I know it doesn't necessarily look like him that much, but I don't have, I think it's better than the Leon minifig that I got, but I don't have that many like skin tone minifig parts, so kind of had to use what I got. Maybe I'll try to find some pieces that work okay. I think the jacket works okay. I think the hair's all right, but the face, I don't think the face is right. The Leon one is horrible. It's legitimately awful looking. Roast me in the comments on that one. The hood design is not the same. So this one is 3 studs wide. This one is 2 studs wide. This is a much more complicated sort of deal than this one. But I thought that that was kind of true to how the actual cars look. Maybe I'm wrong. But the hoods are different. So is the rear. It's similar. The rear sections are very similar. But I did make some changes on it. Mostly because this part is not available in yellow. I couldn't find a piece that looked right that would have that same effect. And the taillights of the actual car look a little different. Very similar though. Felix got what he deserved for kickball. I don't know what you mean. I'm not sure what you mean. Vince, yeah, his name is Vince. I'm not finished building these, and then I've got a couple other things I'm going to build off stream, but I'm going to do another stream of the, what's it called, the Fantasy bike shop. I've got that in a big old box sitting in my office. Believe it or not, even though, as you can see from the beginning of the video, still a little messy in here, still a little crammed, a little packed tight, but it does look a lot better than it did. It's like way too much stuff I'm looking forward to building the Fantasy set. It has. Looking forward to the minifigs more than anything, actually. They look like little bobbleheads, so I'm curious what they look like in person. Wonder how they compare to like the Lumibrix minifigs. Actually, I don't mind the Lumibrix minifigs that much. They're okay. They're a little different, you know. There's nothing wrong with different. Different's okay. And again, they have to be different just for legal purposes, so. The Civic, actually, I think the Civic looks really good. I'm excited for y'all to see it once it's all put together. I think the Civic actually turned out real well. R33 I think looks pretty good too, though. But I think the Civic looks especially good. Maybe I'm just a sucker for all black cars. Something real sleek about an all black car. You mentioned the GNX too. I do have a GNX that I built. There's a video tutorial for it on the channel. But I built it. I didn't build it as a Dom car. I built it as a Kendrick Lamar car. But it doesn't matter. Same car basically. There's the GNX also. This one I think turned out really well. I based some of the design on this guy named Rolling Bricks who makes really awesome stuff. And sometimes when you're designing things, you see somebody else's thing and it sticks with you. You realize most of it's different, but there's a couple similar techniques and parts used. So I made sure to give him a little shout out in the you know, whenever I post it and all that stuff. But his version is really good. It's also larger. It's an 8 stud. Mine is only 6 studs wide. Shocking, I know. 6 stud wide. Wow. No way. But the Civic, I didn't. Yeah, that one's, as far as I know, all me. Actually, kind of based it a little bit. I used the whatchamacallit, the second, let me put this part together. The Fox Body Mustang mock that I made, I used that as kind of a foundation because it had a similar shape, but I thought it was going to be easier to just transfer from one to the next. I was wrong. It was not. Actually, it took quite a bit of changing to get it to work, but it ended up working out. It doesn't really look like the Fox Body once it's put together. But I did use the Fox Body that I built as a kind of basis, a foundation for it. It's nice having this many cars like already built because it saves me a little bit of time on the back end. When I go to build something new, I kind of have an idea of scale and maybe I try to make everything different. I don't try to make, you know, just copy things and change a little bit here and there. I try to make them all very different. But it does help to have a little bit of foundation to work from. Hey, Caesar EP. Glad you're here. They look cool next to each other. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think they do. I clicked this thinking this was a video. I'm a sucker for Honda. I clicked this. What do you mean? Thinking it was a video. This is a video. Is this not a video? You know what I mean? Oh, you mean like not a live stream? I'm working right now on the Honda Civic. This will be featured in a full video in the near future, but for right now I'm just putting it together, or putting it back together, I guess. On stream. Hondas are pretty cool though. Kind of cool. Lego's doing some Hondas now with the S2000. I don't think they've really done Honda before, so it's cool that they have that license now. I wonder what else they'll do with it. Are there other cars that you'd like to see them make that are Hondas? Some other Honda cars. Where is the part I'm looking for? There it is. Still haven't found the part I'm looking for. Yeah, I'm looking forward to finishing this. Like I said, I already built the Civic once. Took it apart for this video to show y'all it getting put back together, but I think it looks pretty good. I think y'all will like it once it's done. Oh, I gotcha. Why do 70s cars a killer get crumpled? I don't know. I mean, like, yeah, it's a video, but more on like why I wasn't expecting a live. Yeah. I think it says live build in the thumbnail, right? I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you showed up, even if it's not exactly what you were expecting. I think you'll like the end result. And like I said, I'll do a full-on video in a couple weeks. I got to film stuff. I've got some stuff filmed for it, but I have a lot more that I need to do for it. But I'll have it in a full video. It's not going to be a tutorial. There will be instructions and stuff available. Those will be up on the Patreon and Rebrickable. They'll be on Patreon first, and then Rebrickable. They'll be cheaper on Patreon also. But I'll do a full video. So I explained it at the beginning, but I don't think you were here. Anyway, I'll kind of go over some of it again. The idea that I've got is, what if Lego were to make a full Fast and Furious theme, right? Like a city scale theme, like 6 dead wide, not just the Speed Champion cars, but what if Lego were to make a full Fast and Furious theme? So I have a couple. I'll show you one of them. Some of them are gonna have like play features. This is the only like extra thing I've got built so far. I mean, it's just road plates. It's not that fancy, but has these little pushers. And I'm gonna have a street race with here, I'll show you. So, street race between Edwin's Acura and Brian's Eclipse, right? And I'm not going to launch it because I'll launch it off the table, but the little pusher will do that. And I did a couple designs of this. This was the best one I could figure out. I had some with rubber bands and a couple other things, but this was the most stable. But you basically push the car, right? So a street race, because in the movies they race. And then if Edwin wins, he's got Monica. If he loses, no Monica. He gets to yell, Monica! Anyway, I think it'll be fun. I hope y'all like it. That video is a couple weeks away. Want to see a redesign of the city like they redesigned the Civic. Just saw Lego cars and watched it. Well, I'm glad you're here. So this one, actually, I put this together without really showing you. I think this one has a lot more clever techniques than the R33, but like the whole tail section here, I think this is put together real cool. Different brackets, studs going in just about every direction. Put that together. This little piece that actually has the rear window is going to attach to is kind of complicated. It's small, but kind of puts pieces in unusual ways. I think that one's pretty cool. We'll see how it turns out. I think it ends up looking pretty good. You'll see it in a couple minutes once I get finished building it. This is not the most complicated little bit of design ever, but I'll show you this because it's pretty effective. I use this kind of technique a lot. 1 second, get some parts put together. I'll show you. So basically it's a modified brick with a stud on the side, a bracket, and then this round brick is just to take up some space. And I use the one with it's a hollow one, so it doesn't rub up against the bricks. If you use a non-hollow stud with the Lego logo, it's actually a little bit too long. But those are going to go right here. And the reason I didn't just stack them like normal, or like you would normally do, is because of the way. 1 second, let me get this out of the way. Actually, I'm not following my own directions. This part should go in a little bit later. So, 1 second. What this does is kind of cool. The slope is even here, so it's smooth. Let's see if I can show you. It's smooth. There's not a jagged edge there. It's a smooth edge because the brackets move the cheese slope down a half a plate. Now let me put it back together. But yeah, I'm half as clever as I think I am. Why did Sevy's car killer get crumpled? A pillar. I like that idea. The only Lego. Thank you. I think it's a good idea. We'll see how the video turns out. And then the only Lego car I have is the Paul Walker's R34. That's a good car to have, man. That's definitely up there. It's one of my favorite Speed Champions cars. I like the Charger a lot as well. I did a redesign for 6 stud wide though. Look at it sitting over there. There it is. It's really, the R34 is very similar to the 8 stud wide, kind of. It's similar, but the Charger's completely different. It's actually, it's based on a little bit on what's his name, Hachiroku 24's Charger that he made a couple of years ago. Made some changes on it to make it my own. Changed quite a bit, but it was based on his design. Started off that way at least. Still haven't found the piece I'm looking for. I'll tell you another good one is the what's that Lamborghini? It's like the Vision or something, that like olive green one. That is a ridiculously complicated build. A 6 stud version of it, but I have not wrapped my mind around how that would even be possible. Especially the cockpit area. It's more of a cockpit than it is like a regular car. That thing is crazy the way it's built, but it's really cool. It's a good other car. Is it not the Vision? That's the, no, is it Vision? Something with a V. But that car is really cool. The Lego version, the real car is really cool too, but the Lego version is pretty neat. Did a good job with it. Not too far off on the Civic, but I hope y'all can, like, this is the kind of front wheel support, kind of a weird structure, and I had to use rounded plates on there so that the skirt follows, because there's no studs on the bottom of it to connect it that way. So that was kind of fun little thing. But I think it's definitely a more, I like the R33, but I think it's a more interesting build than the R33. And like I said, I'll put the instructions up on whatchamacallit, on Patreon and everything pretty soon. So if you want to build one too, you most definitely can. How did I manage to lose a piece after I already had it put together? Oh, I know what I did. So I do need to actually update the instructions for this one, because I ended up making it just a little different. Goes there. Goes there. Again, we're not too far off from finishing this one. But thank you everybody for being here today. Pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool. Be a much shorter stream than the last couple ones, so that's fun. You don't have to spend 3 hours with me at one time. Which I know can be a little rough. Especially like last night, we're going till like 1 o'clock, I think. 12, 1 o'clock, somewhere on there, doing the live stream thing. But we got it built. It just took a while. Alright, so that's gonna go there. And just gonna build some side panels in the hood, and we'll be all done with this one. Guess my song for today that I'm gonna have stuck in my head is "You Too." A little Bono. It's not the worst thing though. there. There. Hood. Fun little, not super complicated, but fun little hood design, I think. Uh-oh. There it is, okay. Oh, I thought I was missing a piece. Where did these go, though? That. Now I know what it is. Nope, I don't know what it is. Oh, I do know what it is. I'm dumb. I missed this little piece here on the back. There we go. And now we have our Civic. There we go. All done. All done with the Civic. I think it looks pretty cool. Thank you everybody for being here. These are the two we built today, was the Civic and the R33. R33 could probably be a little bit longer, maybe. I don't know. Decide what I want to do with that. Ooh. Anyway, thank you so much everybody for being here today. I appreciate you. I'm going to wrap this stream up, clean up my room a little bit. It definitely needs some tended to. So thank you everybody for being here. Like I said, we got the Civic done. Bam. We got the R34, R33 done. Bam. I got a couple more builds that I'm going to work on this series, and then work on filming the video, and hopefully have that video out in the next 2 or 3 weeks. But yeah, thank you everybody for being here. I'll see y'all in the next one.